Well, hello everybody and happy Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for date night with Lisa. And welcome everybody. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Saturday, June 11th at 7 o'clock. And it's so funny. Not just realized, but all these times that I always couldn't figure out the date and whatever, it's right on my computer at the very top. So a lot of times I used to sit here trying to remember what day it was. And it's right at the top of my computer. So this is what we're making today, in case you saw the picture. The screenshot actually worked today. So this is the card that we're making. Isn't it beautiful? I love it, love it, love it. And it's using the brand new Season of Chic stamp set. So let me show you that. This is what it looks like. And it's got a little bit of everything in here. It's got leaves and shells and flowers, and I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a shell, but I'm not positive. And then a snowflake, and then a little swooshy thing and some words. So we're using the shells today and the words, wishing you the best birthday ever. And it is a little bit bigger than it's shown. Oh, it says images at 75%. So they're bigger than what it shows on the case, just a little bit. So like here is the shell, that one. So you can see it's a little bit bigger than the actual picture of it. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. It is a photopolymer stamp set, and it's 2 steps. So you can do the inside and the outside. It also comes with dies. So we're using the shell die in there. I was going to use this one too. This is like a background die, but I thought that would just kind of hide too much of my quilt card technique. So I didn't use that today, but it gives a really pretty background, and you get lots and lots of dies in there. So that's really cool. And then we're also using a new embossing folder called Quatrefoil Tile Embossing Folder. And I'm really missing my Parisian Flourish one. So this is about as close as I can get to that one. That was one of my favorite ones. I just realized I didn't put lotion on my hands, so they're really dry. And you can still see my 2 yellow fingers from my my fake tan stuff. I have washed my hands probably 100 times, and it still is not getting that tanning stuff off. And I've still got it a little bit here too. And my bruise. I'm telling you, I'm falling apart. So that's my story for today. Oh, wow. We've got a ton of people on here. Already 60 people. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Terry. Hey, Julie. Hey, Tina. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Judy. Hey, Beth. Lynn says, working on my Abigail Rose card with the kit. Oh, that you got from me to make 3. Awesome. Awesome. Realize you don't have a Stampin' Up! Pen, but you're going to use an old Dover pen with Gamma Salt in it. Okay. Thanks, Terry. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Stacy. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Hey, Jude. All right. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Faylene. I know I'm missing some of you guys. Oh, and I have show and tell, and I forgot to bring it. Darn it. I got a gorgeous card in the mail yesterday, and I forgot to bring it, so I have to bring that on Tuesday. It's sitting on my kitchen counter. Terry says, love to use embossing folders. They take a simple step and step it up. Simple card and step it up a notch. I can't talk tonight. Hey, Tabitha, catching me live. Yes, good. So I was gonna be really, motivated today and work in my yard, mow my grass, but it took me so long to come up with a card. It was like 4 o'clock when I finished. So it took me all day to come up with this card. I got distracted occasionally because I'd take a break and then I'd go on Facebook and start like zoning out on some TikTok videos or something. And I'm telling you, my day was just like a blur. I don't even know what happened to it. All right, so we're also going to be using the paper that goes with this stamp set. So it is gorgeous. I already used this piece in another card. That was that shabby chic looking one. So we're going to be using 4 pieces. So you need that one that has like the flowers on it. The ones with the shell. And this one has the leaves. And then this one has the gold. Well, they're all gold embossed on one side. So one side is gold embossed, the other has regular stuff. So this one just has like a dark background. So we're using this side. So I wanted to pick 4 papers that went together pretty well. So I picked these 4 because whenever you're doing these quilt card techniques, you either need like 3 or 4 pieces to go together to do it. And we do have some other papers in here besides these. There's one with the snowflakes, which is gorgeous, but it was a little bit too warm to work on snowflake stuff today. That's the piece that we're using. And then we're doing, that one is the leaves. This one is just gold embossed with some little flowers on the other side. This polka dot one is the one with the shells on the back. And then another piece of snowflake. And that one I already showed you, I think. Yep. All right, so that's the paper that comes in it. And I just ripped my whole package earlier. Threw that on the floor. All right, so what you need is a 1 1/4 square punch. If you don't have this one, Stampin' Up! Used to sell this one. It's a Stampin' Up! One. But for some reason, they got rid of all the squares and all the circles. And so now you have to use dies and stuff. But I kept all of mine, so I did not get rid of them. So what we're going to do is just punch some out. If you don't have the punch, then just cut 1 1/4 inch squares. It's that easy, but just the punch makes it easier. So you need 3 of each one. So I've got 2 together. So I'm going to punch 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 of those, and then put them in little piles. So we've got these piles. Wait a minute. This one goes there. All right. And I'm missing one. Here we go. I didn't even tell you what we need for the card yet. Boy, I'm just zipping through. I'm just trying to get stuff out of the way. All right. And then for this other piece, I already had a half a piece of this. So I'm going to just cut 3 more squares of this one. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're done punching. So let's put these in a little pile. So we've got our shell piece, and this one is going to be this side. And then we've got all these here. We don't want the polka dots. We want that one, that one, that one. Okay, so we've got our 4 different pieces here. So that's the gold embossed one. That's the one with the leaves on it. That's the shell one, and that's the one with the flowers, although I didn't get many of the flowers on there, but that's all right. All right, so you need that. And then you also need, let me scoot these over. So you need a piece of 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 soft succulent, 5 1/4 by 4 petal pink, 5 1/4 by 4 white. That's for the inside. I'm running out of room. 5 by 3 3/4 white. That's for the front to put these on top of. So I'll put those over here with that one. So you'll know that's what it's for. And then you need a tag from Tailor Made Tags and some scrap white paper to punch out your shells. So hopefully that is all in the screen. Let me go back and read some comments that I missed. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Hello, 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 everybody. I know I'm missing a lot of you guys, but there's so many people on, almost 70 now. Just jumped off. What size are the squares? 1 1/4 inches. Yep. So if you don't have the punch, just cut them 1 1/4 inches. So that comes out to, if you have 4 of them, 1 1/4 times 4 is 5. And then you'll have 3 going down. So it's 4 across. See, 4 across. So that's 5 inches, and 3 down. 3 times 1 1/4 is 3 3/4. So that's why the piece of paper is that size. So there's the screenshot for you to take. And somebody asked me, what is a screenshot? So a screenshot's just when you take a picture of the screen. So if you have your phone, you can press 2 buttons. On my phone, it is the volume up button and the one on the right-hand side, which I don't know what it does. I guess it turns it on and off, kind of like, so if you press those at the same time, it takes a screenshot. So you'll have a picture of this. That's the iPhone 11. On my iPhone 8, it was the let me see, it was the side button and the thumb button. So it's different on every phone, and you can do it on your computer too. I just don't do it on my computer. I do it on my iPad. And that's easy enough. But you want to save a picture of this so you can go back and make it later, and you don't have to go back through the video looking for everything. So it just makes it easier. All right, so if you just joined us, this is the card we're making, and that's the inside. So it is absolutely gorgeous, kind of shabby chic looking. I was trying to make a shabby chic card with a technique also today. So let's go ahead and take these off and get started. Don't forget also, we're having that big sale on all the retiring stuff. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, stuff is selling out quickly. So you want to make sure you get yours before it's gone. Like the New Horizons paper is already sold out, which is a big bummer, because that was one of my favorite papers, but I did stock up a little bit before it left. All right, so this is the 5 by 3 3/4 piece that we're going to be gluing these squares to. So you want to put them in order of how you're going to glue them down. So I'm going to be doing 4 across. So I want 1 of each across the top. And I'm going to be starting with the leaf one. And then I'm going to do this one. And then this one. And then this one. So I'm going to put them like straight in a row like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take some green glue. Here we go. Oh, I've got my handy holder in case you missed the last video. One of my viewers, Terry, sent me this really cute thing, and it is a candle holder with a lid to the glue, hot glued in there, so it won't move, and then you just put your glue in there and it stays upside down, so it's ready to go right when you need it, so you don't have to sit there and shake it all the time. So look at that. This one's almost empty, so it might run out today. I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to do like 1 row at a time. So I'm going to start with my leaf. And I've done this before. I did this card with the Eden's Garden paper. I think it was called Ever Eden. All right, so we got 1 of those. Then we're going to go to the next one. And sometimes it matters which direction it is. For some of these, it doesn't. Let's put that next to it. And then do 1 of these. And I'm just a little crooked. There we go. And then 1 of the shells. And there you go. You got 1 row done. And I can see I'm just a sliver off at the end. I have a little teeny bit of extra. All right, so now we're going to do row 2. So for row 2, what we want to do is, whoops, I didn't mean to get that on there. All right, row 2, we want to get everything over 1. So what you're going to do is take, if we want to move this whole row over 1, that means you take the one from the end, put it at the beginning, and then you move every single one down a little bit. So that's going to be our first one. And then we repeat the pattern. So I'm going to repeat with this one, this one, this one. So I've got my leaf. And then I'm going to do this one. So I'm still going in the order, the same order as the top row, except I moved it over one piece. So then I'm going to take this green one. And there we go. So then we're going to repeat that again, but just like the first row and the second row, we're going to move it down 1. So I want this one to move down here, which means this one has to come over. So whatever one is at the end moves to the beginning, and the rest of them move over 1. So this one has to come back over here. And then we just repeat our order again. So shell, and then leaf, and then the flower piece. And this would work with almost any designer paper you have. I think I'm going to do the Abigail Rose one next because I love that paper. And I saw a really cool technique I'm going to show you next week. We're going to flip that over. Give it a good press. All right, and then I've got to cut this little sliver off right here because I don't want that showing. So I'm just going to trim that. You can use your paper trimmer if you're not a straight cutter, but I think I can wing it pretty good. And I do have a teeny bit at the top, but that's all right. I'm just going to leave that one. All right, so there we go. All done. And see how we've got the pattern? So it goes diagonal. So there's the leaves, there's the flower one, there's the gold one with that one, and there's the shell, and then it repeated over here. So if we kept going, it would have like all the way diagonal in that direction. All right, so that's the first step, is just getting all those on. Then we're gonna emboss it so it looks quilted. And let me read some comments. Love, love, love that paper. Me too, Brenda. Hello, 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 everybody. All right. Lots of people joining tonight, so that's a good thing. All right. Rather shabby chic. I love shabby chic. Hey, Robin. You just rewatched my Lasting Lily video. Sadly, I have to make a sympathy card and Mobication years. I also have the old crackle background. Oh, I love that crackle background. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so what we're going to do is take this. We're going to put it in our folder. And this is the tile one, the new tile, quatrefoil. And just line it up. Mine's a little bit crooked. So line it up like that, or you can do it on this line right here. Make sure your Stampin' Up is face up. That's always the top of your folder. And then we run it through, and this is a thin one. It's not a 3D one, it's a thin one. So when you do the thinner ones, you need your base plate and the two acrylic plates. So not the thin die adapter and not that gray one. You need the two regular ones. So when you get it out of there, it looks like this. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Love it, love it. And you could use almost any embossing folder for this too. I just picked the tile one because I thought it was cool looking. But almost anyone would do. The Parisian Flourish would be pretty awesome with it, but we don't have it anymore, so darn it. Can't use that one. All right, so now we're gonna stamp. So we've got this done. So now we want our shells, and I'm also gonna stamp this and the inside of the card. So I need a piece of scrap paper. Let me get some scrap paper put out here. All right, so this is the inside of the card. So what we're gonna do is get our shells, and I did them in two different colors, so I'm gonna do them in the petal pink first. Oops, I got a pearl on there. All right, this is petal pink, so I'm gonna do the inside first and just stamp it a couple times. So that's the inside of the card. You could also do your envelope with that. And then I need one of these stamped on my scrap paper. So we're gonna stamp one of these. And this is full strength, like that. Looks good. All right, then I'm gonna set that aside for a second. I'm gonna do the inside. So for the inside, I just inked it up and then I stamped it off. So I don't want it full strength for the inside. And that just gives it a little bit of color. When I did it full strength, it was too dark and I didn't like that. So that's that one. Then I took this one, this is the inside, and I did all over this piece because I didn't want it stark white either. So just stamp that off. And it gives a really cool background look. Just kind of turn it around all different color, all different ways. So that's the background after you stamp off. All right, then I'm gonna clean these real quick, not like super clean because I'm going from a light color to a dark color, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. All right, now we're gonna go to Soft Succulent. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're done with that. So we want a Soft Succulent shell. So I'm gonna go full strength with the Soft Succulent. And then we're gonna do this one off. I know you probably can't see me. So this is full strength. I'm gonna stamp that off and then stamp it on. And it's so easy to line it up. I actually think you could probably cut these out ahead of time and then stamp them if you wanted to make it even easier. And then I have a blank one. So I went ahead and popped these out with the die. So the die matches perfectly. So this one, I always put like washi tape, or this is just Post-it tape. Now we have that masking stuff you can use also, or I just saw a video somebody did. I think it was Connie Stewart. You can use, what Let me zoom in a little bit for that. Oops. You can use Glad press and seal to hold your dies down. I thought that was pretty cool if you don't have anything. So you just put that on there, run it through the die cutting machine, and it pops out with that. And the other one pops out. And then I popped out one that was blank. And I meant to stamp on that one too, darn it. Hold on, let me pop out this one again. And now it's got green on it. And I don't have my cleaner, but it'll work. So we get the petal pink back out. And I'm just gonna stamp on it really lightly with this one again. So we have that as our background. See, you can stamp it perfectly without even, so you could punch a whole bunch out in white and then go back and do the stamping afterwards. That would be just as easy. All right, so then I want the words on top of that. So let me get my, oops, I just dropped my stuff, my soft succulent back out. And we're gonna stamp these words in soft succulent right on the shell. So I was looking for a little tag to do the words on, and I said, well, let me see if they fit the shell, and darn if they don't fit it perfectly. So I said, oh, I'm gonna do that. And there you go, perfect. Isn't that cool? So that fits on there perfectly. All right, so we got our stamping done. Let me read some comments real quick. Hey there, Superstar Lisa. Hey, Lisa. You have such an awesome name. Okay, Cecilia, you do need this stamp. Hey, kitty cat, how are you doing? Got the notification late. Oh, just came through, so you missed the first 20 minutes, darn it. Hey, Cheryl, happy anniversary. 56 years, oh my gosh. That's a long time. I made it almost 25 years, and then that was it. Had to get rid of him. All right, so now we're gonna put stuff together, and we're gonna do our bow and all that. So this goes on the inside, and we're just gonna put some green glue on there. I don't have any stories for you today. I was gonna do the grass and tell you about that. My yard is totally brown now because we have not gotten any rain. You know, it's funny because the whole month of May it rained like every day. And Cheryl said, best to get rid of him early. I wish I had gotten rid of him like 20 years earlier. Or maybe even never married him, but then I wouldn't have my daughter. But yeah, he turned out to be a jerk. But anyway, he is the father of my daughter, so I guess I got to thank him for that. All right, so this one goes on next. And, oh, so anyway, in the month of May, it rained out of 4 weeks in May. I think it rained 3 weeks total, like every day almost. We had every once in a while we'd have a day that didn't rain. But then June gets here, and June has not had a drop of rain. It's been sunny every single day, which is nice. But now everything that I planted is kind of turning brown. So I've been watering a little bit, but it's just like when it's sunny every single day and hot, you really just can't keep up with it, especially with my work schedule because I'm always at work. I can't remember if I had a right way or a wrong way. I think this looks good though. All right, so put that right on top. I love, love, love this, the look of this quilted stuff. It's so pretty. Remember we used to have the top note die? I used to use that for this technique all the time. It made such a pretty card with that quilting. And we used to have some really good paper back then to do that with. I missed some of those papers. I kept a lot of them though. All right, so now what we want to do is take this and, whoops, that just flew right across the room. Hold on. Gotta bend over. Oh, you know when you gotta bend over and your stomach's in the way? It takes extra effort. All right, so we want to have enough here to have the little flags coming off of there. So probably that's about enough. I'll just do a little bit extra. All right, and then we want to cut this in half. So I'm just going to go right down the middle. This ribbon does fray a little bit. This is the, what's it called? Natural Finish ribbon. I think it's like 1 inch or might be, let me see. Yeah, it's 1 inch, I think, approximately. It doesn't say. Yeah, it does, 7/8 of an inch. It's almost an inch. All right, so we're gonna go right up the middle with this one, and it might fray a little bit, but that's okay. That gives it more of a shabby chic look. Okay, now here's the hard part. You're gonna put this through the hole. So just kind of pinch it together and put it through very carefully. And there we go. All right, so that frayed it a little bit more. My ribbon is afraid. That was a pun. Okay, so then, oh, I didn't want to do that. Never mind, don't do that. All right, that is not what we're doing. We're not tying a knot because I tried that first and it didn't work. So what I decided to do was take the linen thread. So we're going to take some linen thread, enough to tie a bow. So let's get enough to tie a bow. About that much. All right, and we want to tie a bow on here. So we're going to wrap it around. And here's when you need an extra hand to hold this, but I'm going to tie it in a knot so it'll make it easier. So just wrap it around and then tie it in a knot to hold it good. And then we'll tie a bow. And we can cut off all these little frayed things in a second. All right, so I'm making a mess. Uh-oh. Darn it. I just started another shell. Oh, I'm telling you, bending over is hard when you're fat. That stomach just gets in my way. All right, so put that through. And then we're just gonna shrink it down to the size we want. So keep your finger on the center and then just pull it. There you go. All right, so now we have a lovely bow. So let's trim this stuff up, make it a little bit more presentable. And if you have some little threads, you can cut them off. And we'll go the other way on the other side. All right, so that looks so cute, but you want to make sure it's short enough not to hang off the card. So we need to trim them just a little bit more. And it does make a little bit of a mess right here. I had little fuzzes all over my desk earlier, and I took the lid of the glue off and sat it on the table. And then I pick up the glue, and because I didn't put it in there, because I have this just in here. I don't have one of these at my other table. So I had this sitting here, and I pick it up, and there's like all little bits of thread all over the glue. All right, so that fits about perfect. And let's just do a teeny bit more right here. Okay. All right, now we got a little pile of pieces. Let me throw these away real quick before it gets everywhere. All right. Don't let me drop these again. I don't know if I can bend over one more time. All right, so then we're gonna take this one, put some dimensionals on the back. So we'll just do these all over. And you know, I haven't had a joke lately. My friend Beth gave me a joke book and haven't had a chance to look at it. But I will do that for next time. All right, so we're not going to put dimensionals on these two. We're going to glue those flat and put them just on this one right here. Let me cut a couple of these. Don't forget, you can use these edge ones all the time because they work just as good as the inside ones. All right, so that was the linen thread and the natural finish ribbon that we used. And then we're going to use some pearls too. So I've got my pearls and we're going to color them. Let me put this on first and then I'll show you what we did. I had a crazy day at work yesterday. Oh my gosh. I can't really talk about it, but it was crazy. Some of these people coming in are just getting ridiculous. I'm just tired of the entitled group. Like the people that come in and they're just like, I just need to get a note for work. I'm like, okay, well, sign in and, you know, you can see the doctor, blah, blah. Well, why do I need to see a doctor? I just need a note for work. And I'm like, because the doctor just doesn't write you a note for work without seeing you. He's not just going to say, oh, yeah, Johnny was sick yesterday and couldn't come to work. Here you go. They look at you like you have 4 eyeballs when you say you got to check in and see the doctor. They're like, why do I have to see a doctor to get a doctor's note? I'm like, well, we don't have a pile of them just sitting here waiting for people to come in and get them, you know. It wouldn't be, everybody would be skipping work if they could get them that easy. All right, so you're going to stick these on. The green one goes up here. And you can kind of tilt it however you want. And I'm going to put this one down here. And then this one is just going to go right in the middle. And I'm going to kind of get that straight with the word straight. All right, so there we go. And then we're going to take the pearls and color them. So I already did a couple. So this is dark, soft succulent. So you just need 3 of those. And then take your pick tool with your gooey end on it. And pick up some of these and just put them wherever you like. So I'm going to stick 1 there on the words. And then 1 down here. And let's do 1 over here. Right there. So it shows up better on the white parts. All right, and then you know what we have to do, or it just would not be my card. We need some spritz, some shimmer spray. All right, so here we go. Oh my gosh, love it. All right, so there you go. What a gorgeous card. Let me read some comments. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. I did hit 9,000. Thank you very much. I'm at 9,000, I think, in 31 now. So, oh my gosh, look at all these. Holy cow, there's so many comments now. He left something good behind then. Yes, he did. Let me see. Love this technique. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Robin Miller, I got your card. I forgot to bring it in here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was gorgeous, but I will bring it next time. Hey, Sue, watching from your camper in Maine. You must be glamping if you're in a camper with your laptop. No top note. Oh, you still have the top note die. Kitty cat. That was one of my very favorites. I loved, loved, loved that die. Thanks, Terry. It has rained so much in Pennsylvania that the ducks are taking a bath in the little pools in the backyard. That's what May was like here. It was rain every day, every day. But now it's so dry, the yard is crunchy. And I'm dreading mowing because, you know, when you mow and it's really dry, what happens is it creates like a dust storm as you're going and you get covered in dirt. So I'm hoping it'll rain tomorrow. Use glue that dries clear on the fray edges. I kind of like it frayed though a little bit. I think it looks like this one is a little bit more frayed. I kind of like that look. It looks more rustic, but I think it came out great. And I love the little bow. I just think it's so cute. I love it. I'm really impressed with myself today. Sometimes I love, love, love my cards. Sometimes I like them okay, but I love this one. So I hope you loved it too. And thank you guys so much for joining me tonight for date night. Let me read a few more comments before we go. Love, love, love your laugh. Oh, thank you, Coral. Use reverse tweezers. Oh, I did show you our new kit, didn't I? I think I did the other day. Did you guys see the new kit Stampin' Up! Has? It has tweezers. And it has the embossing buddy and here it is right here. I still have it in here. In case you missed it, Stampin' Up! Brought back the Powder Pow, the embossing buddy, tweezers, really cool tweezers. These are very nice. They're like Teflon or something. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're really cool. And a little brush to get off your extra embossing powder, or you could paint your nails with it. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully this tanning stuff will be gone by the next time. Oh, somebody asked about the tanning stuff too. It's called Saint Tropez, like S-T and then T-R-O-P-E-Z. And it's called Facial Tanning Mist. Saint Tropez Facial Tanning Mist. I got it at Ulta. So that is the surprise. And then I showed you the new thing that's coming out for the sign-up special. And then don't forget, if you want to order anything, just go right here to my website, stampingwithlisa.com. That's the host code until Tuesday, and I'll change it next week. And don't forget, you get a free gift with any order over $50. And if you order a lot more than that, I'll give you some extra gifts too. So let's see. Let me read the rest of these comments real quick, and then we'll say goodbye. Oh, Deborah, you know I'm on here every Saturday night. I haven't had a date in a long time. Yes, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Oh, hey, Sandy. It was worth giving up yard work to make that card. Yes, it was. All right, you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll be back Tuesday with another video, and I'll be off Tuesday. I have a class Tuesday morning, so hopefully I'll have something really good for you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and take care. Bye-bye.